Okay. Please state your name and your religion. Also, please give me a brief summary of your religion and customs.
My name is Pastor Jose Martinez Jr. I am pastor of the Congregation of Yahweh Temple Shofar. We are a Messianic Torah believing church. Messianic meaning that we believe in a Messiah. We believe in the second coming of the Messiah. We believe him to be the Son of the living God. But also, we also follow the Ten Commandments as he did. We follow the feast as he did as well. So, but that is, we basically follow the Ten Commandments as following Yeshua as well.
Please answer yes or no to the following questions. Have you been a member of your religion your whole life?
Yes, I have.
Have you lived in the United States all your life?
Yes.
Do you think our government is changing?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I am a studier of history. And when our country was founded, most of its principles, if you look at the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence, a lot of our documents, even our money, says in God we trust. And meaning that we always look to the scriptures for guidance. I think now that the government is changing, where it's gone away from certain principles that the government was founded on, and more in the interpretation of Constitution.
Okay. Do you think your religion has an impact on the government?
Yes and no. There are certain laws that have been passed that they didn't ask the church. We can pick any randomly, but certain things have been changed, matrimony or acceptance and other things that, and which we love all, we love everyone. But at the same time, government didn't really ask us our opinion when they made these laws.
Our government has been formed on a platform of Christianity. For instance, our laws and rules now are similar to the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not steal, and more like that. Do you feel as though the government is being biased towards various religions?
Actually, in that aspect, I think the government is very accepting of various religions. Everyone has a platform that they can express their beliefs. And our government, very different from many governments on earth, our government allows freedom of religion. And so bias in a way of accepting all of them. They have no preference. Government has no preference in either one of them, but there are, but we do have the freedom of expression of religion.
Okay. Do you think there is a separation between church and state?
There is separation. You see it more today when laws are being disputed on Congress floor or in the Senate, and how they try to keep their influence. Even on our past riots or any marches and stuff like that, you see the freedom. I say freedom from religion, meaning they want the people want to live the way they want to live. So there is a separation. There is a separation between church and state.
Okay. How do you feel about President Donald J. Trump being leader of the United States of America?
Well, regardless if we voted for him or not, regardless of who voted Republican, Democrat, or Independent, I believe that he is the president now. And regardless of our uproars and what people might think of him, I said our scriptures, the scriptures teaches us that we ought to pray for our government. And if I feel as though if people disagree with him, then they should be praying more for government, not because I'm one of those that I don't believe our riots are going to stop him from being president. He is president according to our constitutional system. He won, so yeah, he is my leader. And even though whether I voted for him or not, as long as I'm a United States citizen, he is my president. So yes, he is my leader, and I pray for him.
Do you think he upholds any impacts on your religion affiliation?
Well, I recently found out that his daughter Ivanka is a Jew, and and Donald Trump says he's a Christian. So there you see that he opposed. There is sometimes two or three religion in the family. So I think he I think he respects our religion. I think he does. Even though lately he's been our laws have been changed as far as Muslim ban. Of course, you've seen all that kind of stuff. Um, but I feel as though he's gearing more to terrorists, not necessarily the religion. So I think he is. I think he's welcoming of all religions. I think he is.
Okay. If you could say one thing to the United States government, what would that be?
Interesting question. Marquise, you notice that every time that a president takes an oath, he takes it on a Bible. They will use the Abraham Lincoln Bible, or they will use the Bible of their preference. But it's pretty much what we understand the gospel. And they put the left hand on the Bible and put the right hand up. And they take their oath on this Bible. And then at the very end of the oath, the famous words of George Washington, the originator of these words, "So help me God." I say, if you made an oath on this Bible, then try to live by it. Yeah, I'm not judging anyone's religion or anything like that. But if you're asking me what have I noticed and what can I say to the government, I said, remember what you're swearing on. Remember what you're swearing on, and do right by God, and do right to the God of your understanding. That's what I say. Everyone has a different understanding of God. Do right to the God of understanding, and show mercy to all, and show charity to all.